Welcome to the Solemn Vanguard channel. Today we had another stream, and so we're gonna go over these reveals. So first of all, we have Pillaging Mutant Deity Deprenor, which is a Megacolony stride, and it does something really weird. I'm not sure if I like it. It's a weird skill. It says auto on V when it attacks, cost counterblast 1. When a card from your G-zone face up, your opponent chooses 3 face down cards from his or her G-zone, turns them face up, and for each card with power turned face up, 3 of your front row units get power plus 15,000. So let's think about this for a moment. You spend a turn turning cards from your opponent face up. Now the first time you do this, you're kind of helping them with GB, but we have all this new Cray Elemental stuff in Tempest Sphere which already gives them GB, so maybe that's not as much of a bonus. But like, assuming your opponent is running a not Cray Elemental deck or something like that, you're helping them with GB. But if they're already flipping some stuff and now you're forcing them to flip stuff, maybe they will run out of useful strides. They could also flip G-Guards, knowing that once you go into the Gredora stride, the G-Guards don't work anyway, and that way they stop your front row units from gaining the power, but in doing so, they won't survive Zoa as easily. So they're either taking away their own defensive options, or they're giving you power as well. It's really hard. Like, will this make a Megacolony deck where your opponent's literally just stalling until you run out of strides? Or maybe they stall with something like Gredora for long enough, and then your opponent runs out of good strides, and then they just go this, flip up the last ones, and now they know you're playing vanilla. Do you have time for that? I really don't know. So yeah, really cool art. It kind of reminds me of Demon Slayer episodes, if you've seen that anime. I don't know. Cool art, really weird skill, and I'm not sure what to think about it. Next, we had a valuable Vervi Federica, which is a Bermuda card, and it's Highlander support. So auto on V when placed, reveal 10 cards from the top of your deck. And if all of them have different card names, so this means also triggers, call up to 5 face down mermaid cards with power and different card names from your G-zone to R. And until end of turn, they get power plus 15,000 and can attack from the back row. So you suddenly have 6 attacks that are all big, but at the end of the turn, they all go to the G-zone face up. So you are taking away your own strides. Is that worth it to you? Do you mind? I really don't know. Again, this is a really weird stride. Like, having 6 big attacks is strong, but is it worth running a deck with only Highlander cards? Like, is it worth having only single cards of everything in your deck? And is it worth like almost losing your G-zone? Like, once you've strode this twice, you are out. It's done. You have no more strides left. This is tough. Now you're playing this in a Highlander deck, so you also have the Excel Circle Creator, which can, I guess, be really handy for this. I'm at a loss for words. I really like this card. I will absolutely be trying this out. I like the Highlander idea. I would have liked to see Highlander stuff in all clans, actually, because in Premium we have enough cards to make that work. So if we had some cool Highlander cards, that would have been sweet, but you know. Now the final thing that was announced today that I was actually most excited about, weirdly enough, was this. We are getting what's essentially Rummy Labyrinth rares back. So if you don't remember, or if you didn't play back then, in the Rummy Labyrinth set, which was only Grand Blue and Pale Moon, you had RLRs, and they were super expensive. They were like 160, sometimes 120, you know, depending on when you were checking, but generally over $100 per card. And they were very fancy signed versions of Nitros and Harry, kind of like the ultra rare rares that we saw on Ezel and Cecilia and so forth. And now we are essentially getting those back in this new Moonlight set on Nitros and Harry. And most importantly to me is it's the old art. You know, when I saw Nitros being revealed last week or the week before that, the V art didn't feel as detailed to me. I don't know why. There's just less detailing all over the card. I was like, oh, that's too bad. I still wanted to play Nitros, but you know, it was less detailed. But now we're getting that G art back. So, best of both worlds. We get the beautiful G art, though to be fair, I do prefer the trial deck art, but this is still a really close second on a Rummy Labyrinth rare with the new skill. So I'm 100% picking up my playset of these. Hopefully I don't have to sell a kidney. But yeah, that's pretty exciting as well. That was all for today. Hope you found this interesting. Do like this video because that helps. Subscribe to this channel, click notifications on, and I will see you soon. Ciao.